Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
You swing a fucking bat, get 300 million. Let this get. Let me stop.
Yeah, you doing? Yeah.
Listen, man. Brycey for real though.
Yeah.
Brycey for real because you know why? Brycey is extra pricey right now, and it's one chick left for the dance.
Right.
And Scott Boras is killing that man.
Oh, we going straight hot stove right off the bat.
Yes. Listen, man. Bryce Harper, Scott Boras. You need to once you sign this contract with the Phillies, you need to fire Scott Boras. Reese Hoskins. Fire Scott Boras because the one player who got the 10 years, $30 million, who we kept hearing linked to your name, already signed, and his name was not even out there in rumors when we were sitting here on Philly Sports Guys last week, brought to you by the great A2D Studios.
I like that. Okay.
We were sitting here talking about he's following this person, he's following that person. Hell, El Jefe did a song from Lee Bryce, who's a country music star, if you don't know that, by the way.
Nah, I don't know him.
What?
What's the name? What's the name?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I gotta hear that. I didn't hear that. What's the name again?
I don't know, but his name Brycey for
like I know Big Town and all some of the other country singers, little Big Town, and some of the other ones, but I don't know that one.
Little Big Town. I mean,
Little Big. They doing their thing, man. You can't hate on the game.
They've been down on the boondocks for. I mean, you want to go country? I go country for real. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on, real quick. One of the hottest country music stars.
Okay.
Is a guy named Kane Brown.
You really doing your thing, man. I didn't even know this, bro.
Team light skin, sing country, but dressed like the Migos.
Let me say this: the hottest, and this is from driving. Of course, as y'all know, family.
That's not real country. That's not real country.
Who am I about to say?
I don't know, but it's not real country.
Just want to say hi to the family out there. We love y'all. Good to be back. A2D2 Live Radio, Whole 9 Yards. What I want to say is this. One of the craziest things is I know country music is big. I know it's serious.
Oh, yes, sir.
But I never knew that people go hard.
Right.
Like, I was doing Uber one day, and I wanted to go see Kenny Chesney. Listen, parking lot.
Just like I call my boy Little Kenny Chesney.
Yo, that parking lot was like an Eagles game. Couldn't believe it.
Bro.
So Kenny Chesney is the real deal.
There's nothing. Country music is so hard to make it, to get your break.
Yeah.
But once you do, you set.
Yeah.
You set.
Yeah.
Your fans always going to support.
That's true.
And it's not just the artists. I mean, the songwriters and producers, they cream off of it.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we get started, two things I want to hit on real quick. Listen, know you be seeing it.
Okay.
Here go the A2D Media Kit. All you business owners out there, this will start to circulate.
Okay.
Business cards coming. Trying to get them ads up. We trying to do big things and take people down. Cut the legs out of the competition. You can take that as you want. You know, I'm not trying to say anybody go out there and do nothing stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is where it's going to be at A2D Press Media Kit. Two, I want to give a happy birthday to my niece, but I love her. My niece Crystal. I don't know how old she is. I ain't gonna put her out there.
Okay. Yeah, you never tell ladies' age.
No.
Before you do that, quick shout out. Got some people, the fams out there. My man Johnny Birds was good. Now Johnny Birds says real quick before we go further, take down the Brady jersey. We gotta get the Brady jersey down. Per Johnny Birds.
Johnny
Birds is saying we gotta take the jerseys down.
I see this man Monday through Friday every day.
Johnny Birds said that.
Yeah.
All right, we got my man.
I'm not taking it down.
Dave LA says Harper to the Padres next to Machado. It will happen. Listen.
Who said that?
Dave from LA. So Dave from LA. Listen.
The sun bright.
I think you might be right, man. I'm hoping he's wrong. I'm hoping, but
why?
It may happen, man.
You know why? Two things.
Go ahead.
Why it won't happen. Okay. Loziano, I think that's his name, and Boris don't like each other.
Okay.
So you can't ruffle the feathers if you're the Padres. If you bring in Harper for more than you sign Machado for.
So you gotta sign Harper to 330 if you're the Padres.
But you can't do that if you
because
just sign
Machado's gonna get upset. I got what you're saying.
Right, and then also at the same time, Harper not gonna take less than what Machado got. Anybody out there who think Harper gonna take a penny less than what Machado got is kidding themselves.
Listen. Here's the thing, okay? Now, and I made a scenario. I said a scenario last week. It's like that girl that was pretty, beautiful. She's hot, whole 9 yards, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Characteristics, boom, boom, pow. She's bad, all right? So, but my thing is, she's bad. But she says to you, you know what? Hey, I'm very interested in you. Blah blah blah. We could do this and that. And then you get there and you're waiting for her to come, and she don't show up.
Right.
So you're showing up, and you do it again, and she's still not there. So it's the same scenario. He's leaving us at the altar. Okay. And all I'm saying is, dog, what other analogy you gonna say?
Listen, man. Listen. I cannot hold on, let me get my headset.
All I'm saying to you
I
is,
really don't like to have 2 ears.
All I'm saying is to you is that at least okay, let's say if he does sign.
Right.
He better rip it up. Because the minute he doesn't rip it up, the boo birds, the haters, and you know how we do in Philly. We can get on you.
Right.
Because of all the stuff
that's
that
the
we
main
for.
reason why they didn't sign Machado. Because
Okay.
they said we can't not sign a $30 billion player and have him get booed on opening day. One thing Harper's going to do, Harper's going to put asses in the seats.
Okay.
My biggest thing
Very
is
true.
I'm not even – Bryce, listen to me. Brycey, whatever I can call you.
Would you stop calling that man Brycey? Come on, man.
Man to man. Boris, I'm going to say it. I don't know. Lord forgive me for all my church girls that's watching.
Oh,
I love Jesus.
Well, you've been cussing the whole week. You've been cussing
I
like a
love
couple
Jesus,
weeks
but I cuss a little.
Okay.
Listen, Bryce, when you sign this contract,
Right.
kick Scott Boras' ass to the fucking curb. Boras fucked you on this because the reason why I said that, he overestimated the market.
He did.
He
played it wrong.
severely overestimated the market.
I agree.
So
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. You heard it from Mark Lerner, the principal owner of the Nats today on national radio in Washington, D.C. said, we have not heard from Bryce and Scott for months. So even if it's posturing where it's not truly months, but the thing is, you could tell Boris has tried to generate all this heat. Well, listen, from the jump, they said it. Middleton said they want to spend super money.
Right.
Just like Brett Brown said it last season when he talked about star hunting. Same thing, just a different sport.
Right.
From the jump, we heard it back in November. Book it, Harper to the Phillies.
So listen,
Harper to the Phillies.
here's my thing.
So it's only one person left. It's one. All right, everybody at the school dance. Everybody coupled up.
Okay.
You that kid over there by the fruit punch bowl, and the girl on the other side of the other fruit punch bowl.
Right.
Slow song come on. It's a couples dance.
Right.
It's you and her.
Right.
Don't fight
No
it.
one else. Just you and her.
Just no one else. Don't. What you fighting it for?
You waiting, man. I mean, just throw the game. So here's my thing.
Go ahead.
If Bryce could do it all over again, if Bryce Harper,
He never leave Washington.
If Bryce could do it all over again, he would have talked to them and said, "Listen, the number's a little low. I'm looking for this number. Let's raise it up, guys. I want to be Washington the rest of my life, the rest of my playing career."
Right.
I mean, if he could do it again, he would. And like you said, Boris, he played himself. Let's keep it real. Boris played himself. He estimated the market. It wasn't right. He tried to play teams against each other. He tried to play the game. It didn't work. So the bottom line is, at the end of the day, Harper, you need to sign. So we got some love out there from everybody. My man, Tony Cotillo, what's good, man? He says, guys, this is all Boris. This is all Boris and nothing to do with Bryce. Harper will do that. Harper will do what Howard did here during our World Series run. He's worth the cash. That's interesting. Yes. He also says Boris is the best agent in sports. Come on, boys. He didn't overestimate at all. He will still come out. I mean, like I said,
we're not saying that. No one's saying that he's not going to sign. We all know that he's going to get paid.
It's just we don't know because it's like you hear so many conflicting reports.
Right.
1 minute he's talking to San Diego.
Right.
The next minute he's talking to us. The next minute he doesn't want to be here because of this and that and that. Now the next minute he wants to be here. So which is it? But the bottom line is we're in spring training now. Here's my question.
Go ahead.
And this is what I want to say to the family. Is it an injury? Why? What is the holdup? Okay, Machado signed. We know that was the holdup for a long time. Okay. So what is it?
But it's not.
Is it logistics in the contract?
It's not Bryce though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's Boris.
Boris.
So then Bryce has to say, as you would say, Bryce. I can't believe I'm calling a grown man that. Bryce needs to talk to this man and say, "Listen, Boris, I want to play. So whatever we need to do to make this thing happen, let's get it done." He's got to take control. Sometimes the client has to do that, and in this case, he's got to do that.
Remember, Jake Arrieta last year, who also is a Boris client, did not sign until March 11th last year. JD Martinez, who helped Boston go win the World Series ring, did not sign until March last year.
Right.
It's all besides. That's not even we talking about Bryce because that's the biggest fish in the pond.
Right.
Keiko's not signed yet. Kimbrel's not signed.
Signed.
So we're not looking at
And on the flip side, if you don't sign Harper, you can get those two guys.
You can still get one.
Kimbrel
you can still get one or two, even if you sign him.
Or you can get both.
But this is the biggest thing, and Tony can relate to this as well.
Right.
The market for baseball for free agency has changed, where teams have gotten smarter.
Right.
So they're just not throwing money out there willy-nilly like they were before. Now, to me personally, the perfect Bryce contract for me, I would offer him 7 years with a mutual option for up to 10, a year to year to year, and offering 35, 40 million.
Where you can opt out. Yeah.
I will offer him a 7-year deal for $280.
So it's got to. So I mean, now that you're saying that, it's got to be the language, man. It's got to be the language in the deal where
you see what
he's
Machado's
looking for
deal
it
was
to be
an
a certain way.
opt-out.
Machado's got to opt out. Plus, I think from what they're saying, he's like when they go on the road, he stays in some type of suites. There's like different perks that he has. So I mean, which is crazy.
To me, I don't even care about that.
You know what I mean?
Because I see this baseball team. And I see we've already had a successful offseason, in my opinion. You got the best catcher in baseball. You got a quality shortstop now.
Got a quality outfielder.
Decent.
Right.
And then, but you got these young players.
You got Reese at his natural position at first base.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then you got. I mean, you do have
still got some piece of
you see
duel.
the crowded backfield,
right.
crowded outfield where you got Nick Williams,
which is a good problem.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem.
Like you said today, they open up spring training with a 3-2 win against the Jays.
Yeah.
You know, can we see if Romo can stay healthy in center field? But before we get to that,
we got to get some. Yeah, before we move on, we got to get some pitching though. I know they're waiting for the Harper thing,
but they
got to address that.
But see, if they sign Harper, there's a kid like Robbie Ray out of Arizona.
Okay.
Lefty. They possibly, those pieces we just
young,
talking about. Young kid.
Okay.
Possibly can look into moving Nick Williams or Duval Herrera for packaging that.
Yeah.
Or you can go outside Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah.
I think pitchers are more flexible.
You got more wiggle room with them. Right, I agree with that.
But from this perspective, not talking about annual dollar value per year,
right?
But annual, like the years itself. Look at Arrieta. Arrieta, he was looking for $25 million, but he was looking for a 5-6 year deal. He got a 3-year deal for $75. Right. I think Keuchel, you can probably do the same kind of thing, 3 or 4 year deal, $80 to $100 million.
Right.
Where Bryce is not going to want to do that. Why these guys don't? Why they don't want to do that? I have no understanding.
They just a lot of these guys want the big payday, man. That's what they want. They want the big payday.
Right.
That's the bottom line. Listen. Bottom line is, I need the man to sign. Let's move forward. And let's put the butts in the seat, and let's do what we need to do. We want to bring another championship back to Patterson, Broad and Patterson.
Right.
Let's make it happen. Whatever you have to. Here's the thing. Middleton said it doesn't matter. We're gonna make it happen. Spend the money. Blah blah blah. But whatever you need to do, if this is your guy, and that's the thing. And I always say, even football, basketball,
it's been their guy.
If this is your guy, then you make it happen. Whatever you got to do, you get it done.
And listen. We all know that we talk about 2 years from now. We all know if you put Bryce and you could put Trout, who we going to pick? Nobody would have a problem with giving Trout 350, 375.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I love him. I love him. There's no guarantee he's going to hit the market in 2 years. It's going to be even worse.
Yeah, because he's talking about signing again, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Angels are talking about extending them. Why do you think the Dodgers weren't in? Why do you think the Yankees weren't in? Why do you think the Red Sox were in? Why do you think the Giants only want to go a certain amount of time with Harper? Nobody wants to constrict themselves for 2 years for one of the generational top 5 best baseball players to ever live as a free agent. So you in this moment right now, 26-year-old, probably one of the top 5 best overall players in the game right now.
Right. Like I said,
at 26.
Right.
We're not talking 28, 29, 30 years old. We're talking about a 10-year deal where he'll be 36 years old.
Have the clauses like you said.
You make it happen. You
get it done, man.
But also at the same time, when I say that, listen, Philly, Middleton and them, don't go out and say 335 because when you do that, you're going to set the market. Sit here and play it close. He wants 305. If it came in 305, say 3.
Right.
You start inching them up, inching them up.
Well, I think that's what they're doing. I think they're setting the mark. Right. I mean, listen, they're like right now. Clinton and all those boys. They're like right now a poker player. Yeah. I mean, and they're setting the mark.
And they won the first hand.
And they won the first hand.
And
at this point, Harper's panicking because there's no one out there other than us and the White Sox.
I can't say he's panicking because
to some degree because I say, well, we know Boris is definitely panicking. Because everything he wanted, everything he anticipated envisioned it being, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So at this point, to some degree, Harper's saying, I'm panicking because I want to get out there and play.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
now this is the thing, and TA can probably attest to this as well. Boris is in a difficult position,
right?
Because of the fact that he has other players on this team that are mainly Reese that are about to become arbitration eligible.
Right.
So you can go ahead and fuck around and piss Middleton off now by not getting Bryce. That can hurt you in the long run with another client. You have other clients on this team that you represent. Yeah. So you want to keep that good relationship. Don't jeopardize that.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? At some point, Boris is going to have to blink. Clint Tack has already.
like
I
we
can't.
said.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Clint
Right
Tack has
now?
already played it right because
Yeah.
he called their bluff.
He called the bluff,
And now
he put that
everything is-
hand out,
yes.
and he said, "Okay, it's up to you now.
Right.
Now, what are you guys going to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. He to me, Scott Boras always has it, will be, and always has been and always will be a crump. But
Okay.
he's out for the best interest in his clients,
Right.
And that's,
Right.
and that's to get them paid. And that,
He
and that-
said, "Bryce, he poo."
and that's understandable, you know. But
Right.
I think Harper really wanted to go to San Diego.
Yeah.
I think part of him wants to go to San
Yeah.
Diego. And another thing people don't factor in, these guys aren't robots. You know,
Nah.
they have wives or fiancés. And
Yeah.
you think, in part of Machado's decision to go to San Diego
Right.
isn't based off his girl and getting that little taste of the West Coast?
Yeah, the West
that
Coast
they did
beautiful
last year,
life.
so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Do I think
Yeah.
it becomes a Philly to the poll question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I think they'll get a deal done because I think they're willing to spend the most. At the end of the day, that's all Boras gives a shit about.
Do we anticipate it happening in the next week or so? Do we anticipate it happening right before the actual we throw the first pitch?
I can't say.
You know what I mean? Like where are we at with this?
But so who do you think?
Within
Do you
2
think?
weeks.
Do you
2
think?
weeks?
Do you
Within
think
2
it's-
weeks somewhere, guaranteed.
Okay.
No more than 2.
Gotcha.
Do you think there's any other teams out there realistically that do you? All right, two
Like a
questions.
sleeper?
Nah, so a sleeper team, that's one. Second question: even if there is a sleeper team, do you think there's another team that's willing to spend more money than the Phillies?
Well, listen, I think there's a sleeper team out there.
Okay. Who's
Okay,
that?
and I think they reside right in L.A. too.
Dodgers.
Because I'll never put them out of stuff.
Yeah.
Within big markets, I think the Yankees, even though it might look like they're out, I can never assume some of them big market teams
Right.
are out. But in terms of who's in, I believe it's down to now it's down to San Diego and Philly, from what we understand. But the sleeper team I could see would be the Dodgers come in for a short term bunch of money right away. Besides that, it's whoever's going to offer more. If we lose out again to the Padres on an outbidding game for a small market, Clintack, Middleton, the rest of the organization, go fire yourselves.
Take a break.
Listen, and that's like I go back to the point where when we talk about the Padres from their perspective, you've already signed a 10-year, $30 million player per year in Machado. You already know Machado, the agent, and Machado and Harper may get along fine.
Right.
But we talking about the agents, we just talked about Boras wants the best interest of his clients, but he gets 10% as well. So if he signs for $300, he's getting $30 million off the top.
Right.
So you got to look at but now this is the one thing: San Diego, California, it's a beautiful place. It's a great city.
And they got some nice pieces.
California state tax is the
yeah.
highest in the country.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how much of that dollar you really gonna keep? You gonna put it in your pocket?
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, they got some pieces. They got the kid Tatis. I like Tatis Jr. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Fernando Tatis.
I mean, so they got to have him and they have Machado.
that's
They
why
have
they
a couple of pieces.
That's
as
why
well.
they could do both.
Yeah, that's
because they're not
so
paying
that's what I'm
nobody
saying.
else.
They also
So-
promised Hosmer they would get him.
Hosmer as well. That's another one.
Like I saw them play when I was out there in San
Right.
Diego, so I was able to go to 2 games and watch them live. And
Right.
They do have some good young
Got some
talent.
good
And-
pieces.
And
Right.
Adam Machado really makes them better. They're better than maybe the Diamondbacks.
Him and- him and-
that addition.
I think, from what I understand, Tatis and Machado are pretty close. From what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, so if
He's
they
even
can
willing to
maneuver,
move. He's playing third. He's not playing shortstop.
right?
He's playing third.
If they can maneuver,
And everybody thought
get
that
Harper,
and
that's a
everybody
problem.
thought that. And you're spot on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
If
Man.
they get Harper, now they're acting
It's gonna
like
be- it's
a
gonna be
big
smart.
market.
Yeah.
But that's got overlooked, Pete, in this whole thing that he's playing third base. Everybody was so consumed that all he wanted to do was play shortstop.
Right.
I remember telling people, money's going to dictate where that guy goes,
yeah.
and it did. You go from Baltimore to L.A.
I'll play
over.
for $300 million. I'll play for the dugout.
Now, and this is the thing. That deal the Machado deal came together President's Day, Monday night in
Right.
Arizona when everybody got together.
Right.
We keep hearing that the Phillies is talking and the talks are heating up. It's not, to me, I think it's about the finer particulars of the deal, the incentives, the options. If Bryce wants multiple opt-outs, you give it to him.
Right.
But, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, even if you don't get him, you go. To me, at that point, you go get Keiko and you go get Kimbrel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I
And
said earlier, you get both of them.
Yeah.
You missed the mark. We understand that. Yeah, you're going to hear some feedback from the fans. They're going to
Right.
give you here and there. They're going to have a problem. But we like I said, we do need to address the pitching. It's last year you can see where there's a lot of games we lost because of not only our defense, which ranked really horribly, but the pitching was bad. And there was games that we were actually in, but our pitching would actually whether it be our relievers, they just put us in a tough position.
Yeah.
So adding Keuchel, adding my other pitcher over there, and then you have Arrieta as your number 3 or 4. That's not bad.
Arrieta, I think
He'll be a 4.
He'll be a 2 because he was hurt last year. He had a knee surgery.
You think he's better than Keuchel and Kimbrel?
Yes.
Really?
Well, Kimbrel's a closer. Kimbrel's been the best closer.
Kimbrel. So he'll be the 3, rather. Excuse me.
Yeah, but that's between
and you still got
Nola. None of them. This is my new nickname.
Right.
My nickname from Nola, Boss Hog. Nobody touching Boss Hog.
He said Boss.
Nobody. And and Clintac was smart with that contract to take him out to give him that money now.
Right.
But
that was a steal.
That was a steal. But but even with that, even with Harper, the Nationals did a lot. I mean, they picked up Brian Dozier. They got Kurt Suzuki. They got Jan Gomes in the trade. So they still got Soto. They still got Rendon. So and they went out and got Patrick Corbin. So Max Scherzer, Patrick Corbin. You can't help that. Did Gio?
I was going to ask you, what's Gio doing?
Gio was a free agent. Did he get signed?
Gio Gonzalez, TA. Did Gio Gonzalez get signed again or no?
Give me 1 second. I believe he did though.
Now one of the things I was looking into, which I can say, what Lerner did from Washington's standpoint. Even though he lost, he's going to lose Harper, of course.
Right.
He's talking to Boris as far as getting Rendon signed because Rendon's a big free agent coming next year. So they made some nice pieces, like you just say.
Right.
So Washington's going to be a team that's going to be tough as well. I mean, with the pieces they have as well.
He's still out there. Forward. It looks like the Mets are making a final pitch to sign Gio Gonzalez. So,
but it looks
like he's going to end up with the Mets.
But
you're right about everything you guys said. There's other ways to make this team better.
Yeah.
If this guy doesn't want to sign, do I think? Listen, you guys always know how I felt about Bryce Harper. I'm not in love with the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. If you get choked out in your dugout and guys don't rush to your rescue, I question a lot of things.
Ooh.
But I know the need for him here. I know what it does. I know how we need to act like a big market. I would rather have Machado, but I'll take him, right? But I'm also, for a guy who batted 243 2 years ago and a guy who batted 249 this past year, you're not holding me hostage.
Now, true.
And this is where the Phillies need to wake up and say, you know what? We're going to continue to go about our business. Let's go sign Craig Kimbrel and show Harper.
So what Washington did.
Yeah, we're in the win.
Right.
And if you want to come here and win, then fine. And
now,
we're willing to pay you $323
out of the teams that's left.
Right.
What fan base? Now, because the Yankees aren't interested, that would be the only.
Right, out of there. Right.
So, but for the play in front of these fans in that ballpark, which is a short porch, and you're a left-handed batter, you could put up 40 home runs.
Yeah.
Now, I will say 249 batting average, yes, but his on base percentage was close to 400.
Right.
But I'm glad Tom brought up that point. I'm glad TA brought up the point.
Right.
Talk about nobody came to help him in the dugout. So that leads me to a shout out, and then I'm going to transition. Shout out to somebody who never had to worry about backup because he had this. If y'all don't know what this is right here, these 4 fingers I'm putting up, that's for the 4 horsemen. That's for Arn Anderson,
man, oh man,
Telly Blanchard.
Woo!
And you could do Barry Windham or Lex Luger, wherever in the race you
to
do.
be the man, you got to beat the
to
man.
Ole Anderson. Listen, man, Ric Flair turned 70 years old today. He had a surprise birthday party. And this is when you know you have reach. When you have people like Triple H, you have people like Charles Barkley, you have owners there.
Yeah.
You have Shane McMahon there.
Yeah.
But better yet, you have
Was Migos there?
Migos was there.
That's his boy, yeah.
Todd Gurley was there.
Yeah.
So when you have that type of
Listen, man, you talking about
diversity,
one of the greatest wrestlers ever do
he's
it, man.
bigger than wrestling, bro. He's so much
One
bigger
of the
than
greatest entertainers to ever do
Yeah.
it. Let's just say that.
That is
we already know. We're not going into
entertainer,
it.
people as a
already
person,
know.
and just the reach he's had. So happy 70th birthday to Ric Flair.
Yes.
But let's talk about
Yes,
a
sir.
player.
Yes, sir.
When Carson Wentz, the story came out about Carson Wentz, and everybody came out to support. That's not true. That's not true. AB damn near took down Big Ben.
Yeah.
It's been as quiet as a mouse.
Ain't just AB. I mean, Big Ben has a lot to do with the issue too. He got issues too.
No. I'm saying,
Okay.
but AB came at Ben.
But why?
But let me say,
Go ahead. I'll shut up. Go
it's
ahead.
been a peep. And you ain't heard shit. Now, one player that came out
Okay.
from the Steelers and commented and came up to say and stuck up for Big Ben.
Okay.
We seen this before with Ben. And he called him out. He had a slave mentality. He had an owner's mentality.
Yeah, as we said.
And we heard Ben, listen, the Denver game, Ben sat here and he called AB out. Then he called out James Washington, the rookie. But who threw the pick in the end zone to cost him the game?
So here's my thing with the Steelers, and I know my man Ralph Cole's on here. I know he's going to chime in because that's what he does. The bottom line is this, man. Where do we go from right now where you have your quarterback? Yes, the quarterback won you 2 championships. I understand that. However, here's the issue. Who's going to check Ben? That's the question. And the person that should be checking him is Kevin Colbert. Kevin Colbert's been there for the early 2000s. He's the guy that Ben does respect. But obviously he's not doing it because Ben right now is just doing whatever he wants to do. Yeah. Now, fast forward. Don't get me wrong. Now, Mr. AB, he's got a lot of bitch asses in him. Let's keep it real. Right. He has a lot of bitch asses. He's a prima donna, throwing couches out of 7-story, 8-story buildings. Right. I mean, speeding tickets. I mean, we can go on and on. Missing practices, coming to practice late, disrespecting the coaching staff. I mean, we can go on and on. The bottom line is there's issues in the actual leadership at the top. They need to figure out where the source.
Him to do this.
Right. Where's the source?
Right.
Now, Rooney, we know Rooney's one of the best owners in the league. We already they're respected, well revered, blah blah blah. But someone's got to step up and say enough is enough. You know, Tomlin's letting all this stuff go on. And I'm a big Tomlin guy. I like Tomlin. But lately, he's allowing this stuff to go in his locker room. Right. Go on Facebook Live. I mean, I can go on and on. The bottom line is Ben needs to be checked, and they need to move on from AB, which at this point, after the meeting that they had this week with our Rooney, they're going to move forward. That's basically what needs to happen, Pittsburgh.
Right. My thing is this, though, with AB. Mm-hmm. Everything that you said, being dysfunctional, being a diva, the man, 6 straight years, has 100 catches.
Yeah.
Through influx of Ben's play, which has been streaky to say.
But we're not talking about the on the field stuff.
But that's what I'm saying.
We're good. We're talking about the off the field stuff.
But that's why I say that they allowed him to do it, because he was giving you that work
right.
on the field.
And if you historically,
right.
And Ralph Cole, you're right here. He says Ben makes me sick. How you throw 5 picks in a game and want to call people out? I agree with that. But there has to be some level to where whether it be Dan Rooney, somebody has to say, or Rooney rather, the second. Someone has to say, why is this happening with our team? Historically, this has never happened with the Steelers. You've never heard this much dysfunction. You know, whether it be the Bradshaw era, whether it be the Kevin Lloyd and all those guys. You know, you never heard all stuff like that going on. Kevin Green, all those guys. All of a sudden, fast forward, you're hearing that now. Something's wrong.
And it's not Mike Tomlin's fault because it comes to hire him, and we'll get to that later on.
He's allowing it, though.
But
he's allowing it.
But listen, go ahead. What choices he having? We'll get to that. We'll explain further in our YGTG segment of the week.
Okay.
But in relation to AB and to what we're doing up here over at the link, getting ready to combine this next week.
Yes, sir.
You know, Le'Veon is officially going to be a free agent come March 13th.
Okay.
We've heard the Eagles going to sit here and they're going to maybe make a splash at the defensive position.
Okay.
But we all know how he's going to make it. He's going to try to make a splash. He's going to try to make some ripples wherever he goes.
Right.
In some form or fashion. So Nick Foles franchise tag, the window opened up on the 19th. It's open till March 5th.
Okay.
I think that's a dicey game, putting the franchise tag on him to try to trade him, because at that point, even if you have a said trade in place, once you put the franchise tag on, there's nothing stopping the other team to come back and say, well, now instead of giving you a third, we're going to give you a fourth, or you take this fifth.
It's a gamble. Yeah.
Because
it's a gamble. I mean, right now, Howie's at a place where, and like you said, I got to give you credit. You've been saying it all year. Yes. You said it in the beginning. We should have made that move and traded him to the Browns when the Browns offered us pick 35.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 20/20. We can't take it back. But Howie's at a point right now. Do I do it or do I not do it? Do I let him walk and have the chances of him going to Washington? Have the chance of him going to, let's say, Giants, which I don't think is going to happen.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? We don't care, but for some reason they care. I don't know why.
Thank you. I'm glad you said for some reason.
I don't know why they're so fixated in that. Right. You know what I mean? But Howie's got to make the decision. Right. Honestly, I think he's going to make the right decision. I think he's going to let him walk. I think he is, man.
Okay.
I think he's going to let him walk. He's going to concentrate on getting that defense together because, again, when you're facing Odell Beckham, when you're facing Barkley, when you're facing the Dallas Cowboys offense with those guys they have, you have to have a steady guy that, first of all, on the outside is going to get to the quarterback, which is why I think they're going to go to Davion Clown. They're going to try.
They're going to try.
And then they're going to cornerback, which we need a cornerback horribly bad.
I'll give you a name.
Go ahead.
Kareem Jackson out of Houston.
I like him a lot.
I don't think Houston lets Davion leave. Houston has almost $80 million in cap space.
Wow.
Yeah. They're 78.2.
That's right. Now, the most is offhand is the Colts, then the Jets. So then Houston's 3, right?
Colts has 110. The Jets have 99.
Goodness gracious. Can you imagine, people,
but see,
the family out there? Can y'all imagine
but what does that
them
show you?
Getting Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown
on
the Colts?
I think the Colts can get both.
Can y'all imagine that?
Yeah.
Along with T.Y. Hilton.
That'd be dangerous.
I mean, people's not realizing this. People, listen.
Frank Wright is just sitting there like this.
You know he is. He's licking his chops. The Colts have so much money. They're only paying – they're big – you're doing too much. Their biggest contracts is T.Y. Hilton and Luck.
Yep.
Everyone else, their line, the stud linebacker, they're all on rookie contracts.
Yeah.
So going forward, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do.
I'm interested to see the combine, the 26th through the through the 4th, I believe. Who you right now?
He said, "Wait, I gotta read this, bro." Ralph says, "Hey, yo, cut the rapist talk. I know that was you, Pete, with your hating ass."
Even he referred to him. Even he referred to him in the next.
Yo, but you know what's funny? There's a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans that is really disgruntled. They're with the whole regime.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. There's fans out there calling for Tomlin's head. There's fans that saying that Ben needs to retire. There's fans that are upset that they're getting rid of AB.
Right.
There's fans that are upset about the Le'Veon Bell thing.
Right.
I mean, right now, have we ever seen Pittsburgh at this state right now?
No, Pittsburgh's always been one of those stable pillars.
Absolutely.
Of the NFL. Been one of those pillars in the NFL. And I'm gonna tell you, that segues me into the biggest pillar of the 76ers. Is not playing this week.
I'm not gonna play today. I'm not gonna play the game today.
Did you see the video of him rapping?
No, he's rapping.
All-Star Weekend. He
wasn't.
He was at some party and he was rapping
that's
Drake nonstop.
Funny. I gotta watch that.
It was just crazy. My man,
He's a funny
shirt
dude,
was
man.
off. He was in it.
He had the shirt off, bro.
Shirt off.
Yo,
and
is that?
everything.
I don't know about you guys. Is that weird? I don't know. I'm a big guy. I understand that. But even if I had a 6-pack and all that, it feels weird to me. Like when you're in a party or you're with a bunch of dudes and y'all chilling and somebody got the shirt off. I don't know. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. How about you, Pete?
If I had a 6-pack, my shirt would probably be off. If I had a 6-pack, my shirt would probably be off right now.
How about you, TA?
I can't take my shirt off.
Yeah.
You're a creep when you do.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me for making you feel bad about
I'm
yourself.
just saying it's weird when you with your boys and he just takes his shirt off and say, yeah. I'm like, yo, dude, put your shoes on, cuz.
But it was girls there, though, too. It was girls
okay,
there.
all right.
It was
There's girls there. All right, he's good. He gets
like,
a pass.
he started the night with his shirt on, you can tell.
All right, cool. All right. He gets a pass. He gets a pass.
So,
all right.
I don't think it's that serious.
All
What
right.
concerns me more,
Right.
two things. You see how important this man is. I don't want, after these games, after the game against the Heat last night, I don't want to hear anybody. I do not want anybody to shit on Embiid while his name is not in the MVP conversation.
Right.
Bam Adebayo put the ball on the floor more last night, going to the hole,
Right.
even with Boban in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, but we need Embiid. We can't go where we need to go without him.
Yeah, you don't get out the first round without Joel Embiid.
But-
I mean, he's our closer. Let's keep
Right.
it real. He's that guy that makes the engine go.
But from here on out, when he comes back,
right.
they need to start gauging his minutes. He can't be playing 35, 36 minutes a night.
Right. I agree with that. I mean, I think
You got to save him.
I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise if you want to say that because he's out right now because he's going to heal up. He's going to get better.
Right.
But you start to develop the chemistry between Tobias Harris, between Butler, between Simmons and some of the other guys. So they will develop that, and then fast forward once Embiid comes back, to go to your point,
Right.
I think they'll curtail the minutes because they'll feel more comfortable
Right.
about the team as a whole.
There was-
now they're not comfortable right now. They're still
Right.
trying to figure things out.
There was points
So I think that's
last
the best thing
night
going
where
forward.
I just saw, I'm like, Miami shouldn't even be in this game.
Nah. Yo, wait. So back to the shirt thing. G Mill says, he said, nah, if I had a 6-pack, I'd never wear a shirt ever. Ha ha. I mean, listen, again, if I had the 6-pack, if I had the blazing muscles, if I'm in front of dudes, I'm not taking my shirt off. That's just weird, guys. Bill Middlebrooks also says, I take every penny and sign Bell, switching to what we talking about free agency.
Right.
I take every penny and sign Bell with Alshon, Nelson, Wallace, J-Man, Hollins, Ertz, Dallas, Wentz, and another ring. Now, here's the thing. Here's
Right.
another thing. Howard's got some homework to do. All right? What are you going to do with Aguilar? He's set to make $9 million rather. What are you going to do with him?
Trade him for AB. That's what you do with Aguilar.
So you trade him for AB, and then what else? Because you got to give a little more else. You got to get something else. You can't just do straight up. You
He's
got
a
to match the
first-round
money.
pick. He was number 20 overall.
Yeah, but you got to match the money still. Because AB's
No, you ain't gotta match
AB
money.
set to make what, $12 million, right, guys?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to match money in the NFL. You make it work some other way. But
sure?
I don't believe that.
So you would go AB. Let's just say that is true.
Right.
You would go AB for Aguilar.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I don't see Pittsburgh doing it. I don't see Pittsburgh doing it. Now,
I think it's gonna be hard for Pittsburgh to trade him at all.
you could find another team that needs a wide receiver bad. I mean, offhand, I'm
We've
just trying to
never
think.
seen a three-way.
Denver makes sense for Aguilar.
Yeah, but
That makes a lot of sense. They're in need.
So
that makes sense.
So before we were on topic.
Okay, go ahead.
So Monday night. I mean, not Monday night. Last night, Miami. I don't know why I have Monday night. Miami. You watched the game. What concerned you for these next couple of games without Embiid and then moving forward to the rest of the season?
I just need the chemistry. I need the chemistry to come together.
Right.
I need them to flow better as a unit. I think that's the thing that really makes me say, okay, we got to do some things differently. And just the consistency. I need Ben. Embiid's out, man. I need Ben to get – and, again, either you have it or you don't have it. I need to see some more dog in him. He gives it to me sometime. He flashes it.
Right.
But I need Ben to be that guy, to be that second in command.
Right.
I think if he does that at this point where Embiid's out – because, honestly, they're saying a week. I don't know, man. Knowing the Sixers how I know them, I think they might keep him out a little later, just 1 week.
Which is
a possibility.
Which is fine.
And that's what I'm saying.
Their schedule allows them, even if he can't come back 100% and he needs to play, just playing like 20 minutes a game.
So my point is, Ben has to take the round by he has to take the bull by his horns, if you will. He has to take control of the team and be that leader. I need Butler to figure out whatever's going on, to figure out what his role is going to be on the team, and I need him to continue to step up as well. Tobias Harris is going to be Tobias Harris. He's going to give you the 20 points when we need it.
Gave you 23.
He's going to give you 9.
7 last night.
Yeah, he's going to give you that. He's going to stretch the floor. That's what he's going to do. I need McConnell to step up. I need the bench players to also step up.
McConnell stepped up last night. If it wasn't for him, he sparked that run.
Again, consistency. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. It's consistent. And then finding the lineup, Jonathan Simmons starting to get worked in more.
Right.
I need, through this period, I need Jimmy to look more for his shot. I need Jimmy, as he's running the point, the pick and roll. Sometimes he be passing the ball off to people he don't need to pass the ball off to, and I need him to create something, make something happen. So, I mean, but Embiid, these knick-knack injuries, we hear about it all the time with Carson Wentz. That Carson Wentz and Embiid kind of married to that. We see the potential for greatness.
Right.
But we see the potential for all-time greatness, but their availability is sometimes questioned. And this, for Embiid, this kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's
what
kind of really was shocking me when I heard it. Right. I'm like, okay, he played an All-Star. So if that was the case, then why didn't you hold him out? You know what I'm saying? And this is what I don't sometimes with the management, man, I don't know what it is with the Sixers sometimes. They let the players at times.
Right.
In the past they didn't. I mean, they were really, really stern with it. But at times they let Embiid dictate things. And listen, we got to think future. Yeah. We got to think about the future. We can't think about present.
So think about the future.
You're going to miss the All-Star, but we need you to go going forward.
So think about the future. The poll question we put up with Bryce Harper signed with the Phillies. Go ahead, click yes or no. We'll go over the results. That poll will be open for the next day or so, if I'm not mistaken, when we put it up. And it keeps on going. Hey, damn, until he signs. We may actually do a contest on ATD. Maybe we'll buy you a Mountain Dew or something like that.
Listen, I just need that man
whoever
to
can
sign,
guess
bro.
the date that Harper will eventually sign.
Yeah, that would be neat. That would be
neat,
neat, man. I just need him to sign, man. Make it happen, man. Listen, he signs, we need that star power.
Yeah.
And if he signs, we definitely get the star power. We're craving for a star.
So
face,
let's talk about star power. Let's talk about there was another event this week. Happened on Wednesday night where we saw tickets selling to the value almost what matched Super Bowl 53.
Ralphie D, you're wrong, man. And it's not even right, bro. You're wrong, Ralphie D. Let's talk about Zion. Bust written all over him. Give him some big baller shoes, baby. Big baller brand.
So we did talk about – that's where I was going with it, Ralphie D. I appreciate that segue. We get segue from the family in the comments. I love it.
Yes, sir.
But Zion, man, his shoe looked like it stepped on a damn landmine.
Well, first I want to say
this.
Into the game. This is my team.
I'm so happy they lost.
Let me just say this.
I'm so happy they lost.
I need you just to be quiet because I want to just first say
Go ahead, give it
to the family out there. Rome wasn't built in one day. Okay,
Lord
people.
Jesus.
Rome was not built in one day. You're not going to win them all. I can go all the cliches, whatever you want to say. Bottom line is this: listen, 36 seconds in the game, one of the best basketball players. I'm sorry. One of the excellent or the best, the MOP, which is most outstanding player, which he's going to get.
We know what it means,
okay.
Sir. It's a mop.
He comes out of the game. He has the blowout, the tire blowout.
A little blowout.
It's a blowout. All right.
Then it's all side.
And I think from that moment we couldn't recover. Right. Now fast forward, people, we know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. He will be back. I said 4 or 5 games from now, and we will go to Tar Heel Country. We will win. Thank you very much by at least 10 points.
Right.
I'm saying it here. And we do know what's going to happen when the big dance happens. We will be hosting that banner.
So, listen, man.
That's what's going to be.
My biggest problem with Wednesday's night game, I can give a shit less about the results because I'm a UConn fan and my team is in the basement.
Yeah, your team's done.
That's all
Trash.
right. But
Go
every
ahead.
time we make it to the Final Four, we win the chip.
When's the last time?
It was 2014. 2014 was Shabazz.
2014?
Was it 2014 or something? Was it with Shabazz Napier? Yeah, I know. Every time
You
we make
sure?
Every time I don't know when it was exactly.
I'm
but
gonna look that up.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
man. Listen,
Okay.
I'm trying to
It's
go.
been a while.
I'm steering the ship somewhere.
You feel some type of way about UConn. Go ahead. Okay.
You pass
You
the seat
feel some
driver
type of
right
way.
now.
Go ahead.
Listen, my problem is with the NCAA, and Donovan Mitchell kind of hinted on this, and I agree kind of what Luka Doncic said as well.
Right.
Because now the question is, we've been hearing, should Zion play another game in the Duke uniform or just wait until the draft and become the first overall pick?
Right.
And then we hear some things.
Yeah.
2014. Thank you. I was right.
Okay.
So when we talk about that and we hear coaches like Dick Vitale, what does it all become about the money? What happened for the love of the game? And I get what he's saying. It's a hard conversation to have. But the one thing I do know, I unequivocally 100% agree on, Cameron Indoor Stadium was selling tickets almost $2,600 a piece. With fees.
Some see 6,000. Go ahead.
Right.
Some over 6,000.
But Rock was at the game. Celebrities were at the game.
Yes, he was.
And guess what? Cameron made all that money. Duke made all that money.
Yeah.
UNC made all that money from the ESPN TV deal.
Yep.
Those players didn't make jack shit.
So, I agree. Listen,
So-
and I know where you're going. Go ahead.
So my thing is, and I know people going to come at me with, they're getting a degree,
No, that's bogus.
Listen,
Stop it.
Zion never went to Duke, dog, to go get a 4-year degree.
Right.
He went there because he was forced to. So then that leads me to now the proposal by the NBA and the NBPA to say, let's lower the draft age from 19 to 18. I wish there was something else we can do where we can transition to a secondary
guideline.
league
Yeah.
because I do feel like that they should be given an opportunity to get paid to play.
Yeah,
We're not-
and I agree with that.
Go ahead.
And I've been saying this from the jump, even with that lawsuit that they have. O'Bannon, some of those guys, Kelly, the quarterback from Arizona State years ago, that actually put that licensing court thing that they had going on. I honestly believe they should get paid. And you made a great point. Considering all that money they just made, all that bank they just
Right.
made, Zion's not getting nothing. They're selling his jersey for $90, and he's not getting nothing. I mean, if you can rewind all the way back to the Fab Five when they were playing, Chris Webber had holes in his shoes.
Yeah.
Holes in his shoes. One of the greatest players out there, college basketball players ever to play the game.
Right.
At that time, they were pop culture sensations, and they're selling his jersey for $90, and the man couldn't even buy a slice of pizza.
Go ahead,
And
T.A.
yes, and hold on, T.A. You might say, okay, yeah, they're getting education. Okay, that's fine. But all this money that they're about to make right now, with the millions. I'm not gonna say the billions,
Millions.
but the millions they're about to make right now with this dance. All the actual contracts they're getting for the
Yeah.
sponsors.
ACC tournament.
And these guys aren't getting a penny. It's just not right, man. It's not right.
Go ahead, Tia. You want to chime in?
I completely agree about, well, first off, to anybody out there that says they're getting an education, let's
Yeah.
be real about one and dones.
Right.
They don't even have to go to class, essentially. After that first semester, they don't have to go to anything. So, no, they're not getting an education. The great thing about education is you can always go back and get it. The great thing about learning is learning never goes away. The ability to go learn more, no matter how old you are, never ends. So that's always something you can look at. Now, I agree they should be paid, yes. But I also agree something else Charles Barkley was talking about on TNT last night is that he believes, what happened, why is money more important than everything else nowadays?
Right.
Like, he was talking about him, Magic, all these guys, all these great players who played 3-4 years in college, right, and then came to the pros and still made a ton of money.
Right.
So what I think, you can meet this in the middle because you don't want to ruin the college game.
Right.
Because what happens if you let guys come out of high school, could ruin a little bit of the college game. So why not this? Why not pay these athletes and say, you know what? You have to spend 3 years in college.
Right.
You want to really develop one of these players?
Right.
Well, pay them to stay there. Now, listen, they're all going to have insurance policies anyway. So if you get hurt, you're still going to make $10 million, double digits in millions.
Right.
So stay 3 years. It's going to do so much for the college game. You can pay some of these athletes hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout a course of 3 years. That at least it's better than any other supplemental league possible.
Right. Now to what you said as far as them with the CBA contract coming up in 2022, them actually changing the age from 19 to 18. The only issue is Zion is ready. But some of those other guys that are 18 years old, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Some of the other guys that are 18 years old that are all world, but when they get to their body may not be ready. Their mind not be ready. And the thing is,
Even Zion's mind's not ready. His body's ready.
Exactly. So my thing is, okay, you're going to lower it down to 18, But like you said, to limit what you said, having that other league, that minor league.
Right.
I know they have the G League, but they have to. I think they need to put more into it. I mean, I know they're working on it.
And I'll be honest,
But
family,
you gotta have that because
we haven't even talked about this, and that's just where I was
but
about
what's
to go.
The thing? What's the percentage of the guys right now that came out? I can give you one example. Malachi Richardson.
Yeah.
He's a perfect example from New Jersey to played 2 years in college.
Right.
Should have stayed the 4 years. He came out after that big run they had that 1
Right.
year at Syracuse. Did his thing. He came out. And he's still in the G League right now.
Now, see, my thing is this. From the time that they did the one and done and they took the high school away, I said,
Gotcha.
one and done is stupid. You should at least made it 2.
Right.
If you're going to do it to get these kids something. Because you said you hit the nail right on the head. We
Right.
didn't even talk about it. Zion is one of the very, very few at the age of 18 that has the body to go right into the league and play.
Right.
His mind is not there.
Yeah.
So the NBA really could take advantage. And I hate to say this, but you know what, though? I don't think they'll kill the college game.
Yeah.
Because before superstars start coming out of college and high school, college basketball has always been the most fundamental.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
competitive, right.
And competitive. And there's a lot of other three-star, four-star athletes that may not be able to go directly into the league.
Right.
So for those players, like you said, that can go into the league, I do think there's an opportunity to grow the G League.
Right.
And have the players get the option to come out of high school. You can't go right into the NBA. You could play 1 or 2 years in the G League,
develop,
and get paid.
And get paid. And that's what they need to work on
And
his salary. Because right now the salary is like $20,000, $30,000, if that.
Right.
It's really low.
Right.
So they have to. So the NBA, okay, yes. So when they go in the CBA, hopefully they don't go on strike.
Right.
That's one of the stipulations the players union has to
Right.
bring to them and say, look, okay, if you want to bring that age down, that's
Right.
fine. But we need more resources for that league, the G League. And so we can develop these guys so we won't have those young guys that get lost.
We've seen it with the AAF. Past 2-3 weeks, average almost 2 million viewers. That's a feeder system for the NFL.
Yep.
Now, we look at college basketball. I believe with the tradition in college basketball itself,
Right.
where a lot of college basketball fans give a shit about – I mean, they care about the players or
Right.
who's going there, superstars, but it's tied, it's deeper rooted to that. That's your alma mater.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tommy Amaker, you know he played
Yeah.
for Duke.
Yeah.
Never did shit in the league.
Yeah.
Trajan Landon,
Yeah.
played for Duke. Beloved on Duke's campus.
Yeah.
Didn't do shit in the league.
Overseas right now.
Bobby Hurley, come on now.
Yeah.
Played for Duke. Never did shit in the
Yep.
league. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It always doesn't translate.
Breaking.
Go ahead.
Breaking-ish. Breaking-ish.
Go ahead.
right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
We got.
According to Jim Salisbury, a source in Las Vegas tells me that Phillies owner John Middleton's plane is on the ground in that city. Vegas is Bryce Harper's hometown. No other details, but talks clearly ongoing. That's from Jim Salisbury,
Yo.
NBC Philly.
Yo, we have the greatest family, man. The A2D family, man. Bill,
Got me jacked. Sorry.
got me jacked. Bill Middlebrook. He says, F Harper talk. It's been months. LOL.
That's how we all feel, though. That's how we all feel.
Yeah, it's frustrating, man. It's
but
frustrating.
To bring it back to the NCAA, I think the college game can stand on its own. Because let's be honest, how many kids out of high school are ready to make the jump to the league?
Yeah.
But I
the
want
money.
these kids
Yeah.
because this is just I want these kids to be treated just like any other kid that goes to a Votech school and who has a skill set to when they come out of high school, they can either go into a trade and start earning money for themselves
Right.
and learn how to acclimate and take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Or go to
Yeah.
college and continue their education.
'Cause
the
these
same
kids-
things with these guys
Right.
that play basketball.
Right.
Shit. I mean, to be honest with you, Ben Simmons said his best in his documentary. He said, "Listen, I didn't come to LSU to play basketball.
Nah.
I didn't come to LSU to go to school.
Nope.
I don't care about going to class. From the time I
From
was
the
12
rip.
or 13 years old, they said I'm going to the league.
Yes, we said.
This is my job. When they out there in AAU, that's the one thing that's different. I hear what Barkley's saying about all these players and when they soft now. But listen, man, when you come out AAU, you get to a certain point where you know at 15, 16 years old, there's pressure on you because you know what you got to get
Because,
to.
it's and the thing is, it's the gauntlet, man. The AAU is such a gauntlet, man. And it's like you said, they know at that time if they're going to be there or not.
Right.
So I just want them to figure out a system to develop these guys because the problem is, and I'm going to go back to it, when you're bringing that age limit down, some of the players will be available, but a lot of those guys is going to get lost
because
these guys been all world in AAU, this and that. But then the fact when they transition, and they're trying to, for instance, what's the kid? I don't know if you watched this documentary, Lenny Cook.
Okay.
Perfect. Have you watched that on Showtime?
Yeah.
Perfect example. Now Lenny Cook. I don't know if you guys remember Lenny Cook.
Right.
I think the year he was supposed to come out was 2002, I believe. He's around. He was with LeBron and Carmelo, all those boys.
Yeah, he's a legend.
At one point, he was better than all of them coming out, but he had some issues off the court. He didn't go to school.
Right.
He decided to come out instead of going that 1 year to college.
Right.
And didn't get drafted.
Yeah. And
So unfortunately, that's
my
man.
thing. It's a crime in hindsight that the system, because they're not going to take away March Madness. You know why? How much money is made off of bracketology?
Man, they
how
make
much money
so
is made
much
off
money.
of but you don't need these very few kids.
Right.
We're talking about a very select few.
Right.
That will fit this small criteria category. And there's other kids that because this is what, peek this out. The top tier kids, okay, you get the chance to go to the G League or go to the league. Those second stars, then they can go be the man on campus.
Yeah.
And they may feel like, you know what, I'm here, my game needs to grow.
Right. Give me that year. Let me
Give me that year or
do what
two.
I need to do.
Give me
Develop it more.
Because
right.
don't get me wrong, it's a shame they're not getting paid, but it's also a shame how much money advertising dollars go to these schools.
So what if with the pay-by-play thing, what if you give the percentage while they're there, and then give them the rest of the money after they leave? So watch this. Okay, so
how do you do that though?
There's got to be a scale. There's got to be something, and they can develop it. What I'm saying is, you give them something so that they have, for living, different expenses, and then when they leave, let's just say they don't make the pros, they'll have a nest egg to go into the next phase of their life. That's what I think they need to develop, because a lot of times these guys that I think they're going to pros, they're not going to pros. What do I do next? What if I can't go overseas and play? You know, what am I? I'm not ready for the real world yet. Yeah. I don't have the finance to do that. So I think if they develop the scale, okay, and it's something they can talk about in the CBA, develop the scale for those guys, going forward, it'll help them.
My thing is this: for these kids, this is the best way. This is the best way I can surmise it.
Yeah.
For these kids, this isn't about college and education.
Right.
This is about business. So you got to take the business out of secondary basketball and that bridge to the league out of high school.
Right.
You got to find a way to take college and education out of that and just do it as a business. Education, college, over here. Business, here. These kids ain't coming here to learn shit. These kids is coming here to learn from a coach to be like, yo, how can I get me to the league?
That's what the NCAA and that's what the NBA need to come together and collaborate and make that happen. And that's what they're not doing.
Right.
They're doing it to a certain degree, but they need to do it to the fact that they got to help these kids. That's the bottom line, because a lot of times, a lot of these kids, I know we got to move on because we're here, but a lot of these kids are coming from a poverty-stricken area or a situation that's not doable for them, and they're looking to this sport to take them to that next level. And then when they don't make it to that next level, they're done.
He looks happy.
We good?
No, I just thought of something too, because what worries me now, because the NCAA is corrupt, right?
Right.
Yep.
So this is what concerns me, right? So we're going to pay players, and I'm on board with that.
Right.
Okay, I'm on board with that. But what's going to happen now is that $80,000 tuition over 4 years now becomes $140,000 tuition over 4 years for the normal Joe Schmo. What we do as fans, we worry so much about these kids going and making millions. Right? Well, if they get the right investment policy out and insurance out on themselves, they're going to make millions regardless. Right. So we need to stop worrying about. We want the best product, right? So the best product for both not only college game and the NBA game is for guys to stay as long as they can to develop their game. We've seen this. We've seen the NBA lose some of its value over the last 10 years because of the one and dones and names you guys have already mentioned.
Right.
So this is a fine line of doing it right and making sure that we're not hitting the rest of society that'll never make millions in their life, even with their college degree, that we're not now raising their tuition to $140,000 because the NCAA is corrupt.
So is it a far cry to sit here and think that when a college is recruiting a player, why is it not why don't we have contracts in college? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My daughter, love my baby. She goes to Rutgers, a D1 school, on an athletic scholarship. We had to sign a bunch of paperwork, which is almost like a contract, where she had to commit. Hell, they call it National Signing Day.
Yes, sir.
They call it when they announce, said, has committed to. Okay, so this kid is committing to that school. All the school's offering is an education, right? And then some other stuff. Why can't that school at that time?
A lot of food.
And the food. But
yeah, they give them food. Now, they got a meal plan to a certain degree.
It's a meal plan. My daughter be eating, bro.
It's a meal plan.
Yeah, that's the one thing about it you can
plan.
say. Like, when I went to college, even though I didn't get that ride, you know, I ate great because of my meal plan.
Yeah,
you know, so if you got a good meal plan, you're living the life.
So, but why can't they negotiate right there? Why couldn't Zion and the AD director from Duke and Coach K say, okay, this is what you signed up for?
I'm gonna stop you. How don't we know that didn't happen behind the scenes?
But I'm talking about
behind the scenes.
But behind the scenes, we talking about a standard for the NCAA in general.
I agree because the NCAA.
Well, like, what's against that?
Like TA said, they're corrupt.
They're getting paid.
They're getting paid.
let's not lie.
They're not concerned. They're concerned with the athletes,
right,
to a certain extent.
Right.
They're about making
but like you said, we're not talking about a lot. We talking about maybe $50,000,
they're
$60,000
concerned with
a year.
the athletes to a certain extent.
Right.
They'll do just enough for them.
But now the athletes stay for 60, 70, 80,000, 100,000, depending on the type of recruit you are. Do you stay?
Exactly.
Can you get them? Can you put it in the contract?
Exactly.
Like okay, yeah,
Exactly.
you can go to the NBA at 18, but once you come here. Once you step onto this court,
right.
you're committed to 3 years of basketball.
It's got to be.
And worse for college football. College football players not getting paid, but you can't come out as a junior.
And that's a worse sport, right? Because think about any like basketball, like DeMarcus Cousins tears his Achilles, right? And granted, like I understand basketball, you got probably one of the best athletes in the world, right? But like football players don't come back and be able to play to his level right away after an Achilles. So there's a lot, and
very few.
And with modern medicine too, I'm not even worried about athletes. In college basketball, as time even evolves and goes on, getting hurt because you're going to be fine, dude. There ain't an injury in the world. Like Sean Livingston can tell you, and that was 12, and that was 8-10 years ago.
Yes, sir.
That injury was so
bad.
And he's fine.
I think they have to have a median, and they have to develop that skill.
It's a discussion.
They have to have that skill. I was saying. That's the best thing to do. Give the guys some right now, and then after, if they don't make it, for instance, some of those players, they'll have a nest egg so they can move on into the next phase of their life.
And the NCAA can easily sit here and say, you know what? Okay, for each school or each ACC, SEC,
right,
revenue
the Power Five,
right, the revenue dollars, this is how much you have, and let the school
decide,
how much they're gonna give a bigger piece of the pie to the players, and then go from there. But like Tom said. Once you sign that line, you committed.
Yeah.
Because, listen, I love what Lucas said. Go play ball in Europe.
Yeah.
But see, why the kids don't want to do it? They can go get paid to play, but they over there by themselves.
Yeah, they're over there by themselves. They're not going to be able to adapt to the culture. You know what I mean?
But the biggest thing is they not on the showcase here. In college basketball, showcase. Man, I can't remember the last time a college basketball game was the talk on national sports radio from 6 o'clock in the morning until tip-off.
There was people camping outside, bro. The tickets were going up to $6,000, man.
It's crazy.
And Cameron, listen, and you know I'm a Duke fan. You know, y'all know what it is. But Cameron's small, and they packed the place out, wall to wall.
Okay, so breaking news: Bill Middlebrook says sources report both parties have temporarily agreed on terms and contract to be signed within a few hours.
Okay.
Phillies and Harper.
Let's do
Phillies
it.
And Harper. Listen, can I just get something off my chest?
Go ahead.
Because I don't know if I'm going to
man.
want to do a video later. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
So I'd rather run you guys over a couple minutes longer than have to do a video when we already got family listening. Okay? Let me tell you something.
He closed it up. He closed it up, y'all.
Let me tell you.
He closed the computer, y'all.
I promise you all something. I promise you all something. I got to pull something up, though.
He opened it back up, y'all.
I got to pull something up.
I'm giving y'all play-by-play.
Okay? Hold on. I want to tell somebody to listen in real quick that I was talking to.
Okay.
Okay. I want to pull up his numbers. But what I'm going to promise to our family out there, all right, is that before this season is even over.
Okay.
Let's not even get through this season because it's going to be 10 years, and like I said, I'm okay with it, right? I get it.
Right.
But he will be booed. I guarantee you.
I said it.
Plenty of times this year.
I said it.
Because, listen, we make guys live up to things. But I'm telling you, if any bit of these numbers are real.
Oh, man.
Right? You're telling me for $35 million a year, and I'm a Mr. Batting Average, but you can't bat 243 and you can't bat 249.
But every other year, he's good.
And also,
give me the off years, the years in between those years.
What does he have around him, though? What did he have at Washington?
Talent.
Tons.
What did he have?
Tons.
I get that. He had a lot. But the change of scenery, he has other guys coming around him. He has different guys. It might be good.
Listen,
it might be a recipe for success for him.
I love the
recipe
Phillies.
for success, bro.
But I get you. The biggest thing for that to help him is in this part. But the batting average itself, we don't know what that is because I do think he sees the plate well. He has long at bats. He does hustle for the most.
He walks a lot.
He does walk a lot.
Okay, I'll take the walk.
He missed a nice amount of games. He missed
he had a leg injury.
He's only averaging like 115 or 120 a year, right? So factor that in, too.
Well, let's go 139, 118, 100, 153, 147, 111, 159. So, I mean.
So 115, 120 a year he's playing.
Yep. So, I mean.
So factor that in, too.
You got to factor that in.
Right.
And listen, I'm good with it. I think you need this guy to bring some
He'll be all right.
legitimacy to your lineup, right?
He'll be all right.
And I don't care about money.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there is some concerns
Right.
that I have
Of course.
about
Yeah.
Bryce Harper
Yeah.
that I really didn't have about Manny Machado when it comes to numbers.
Yeah.
Okay? It might come
True.
to other
True.
things that I had
Yes.
problems.
True.
Like
Yes.
if Manny burned his bridges in the World Series.
Yeah.
If Manny didn't say nothing stupid
was straight.
and wasn't an idiot, he would have got more money.
Yeah, but the
Or
thing
then
is,
try
but
to
the
take
thing
dude's
is,
heel
though,
out.
right?
The dude
But,
from Milwaukee's heel out.
but the thing is, Pete, we need this, and I think the Phillies get that we need this.
I don't think
we need this
But
on
so
both sides.
this-
So as far as the star power, and we
Right.
need that guy that's going to be our face.
But
so
this
we
is-
needed to happen.
But this is
bro.
the thing. You said we need this. He's just in the right place at the right time. If he gets his 350,
Listen, he's going to get his. Well,
because you don't see
he's
it-
going to get his money, so he needs
you
that.
don't see
he
a player
needs
like
that.
this. You don't
Right.
see a player like this hit this particular market in his prime. Like
But
we
we
talk
need,
about
but check
JP
this out.
Arenado.
But,
He
but
may
like
not
I
leave
said,
Colorado.
we need this. We need this. The Phillies need this. This is what we need, man. This is what we need. This is why they're flying over to Vegas to get him, because we're saying them right now. Yo,
You said flying like they still in the air. They flew. They already landed.
whatever you want to say, bro. Whatever you want to say. They're there. This is our guy. This is who we
What
want.
would have been killer is they would have had Craig Kimbrell or Dallas Keuchel meet them all there. And
That
have
would
it
have been.
sit in.
Yeah, because I can't be done with this, guys. This is the problem. Like, he doesn't, like, yeah, he brings big-time stability and scariness to your lineup, right? Right. That I understand.
Right.
He then makes a destination for other players that would want to come here. I get that side of
Right.
it, too. Okay? But there's still some more holes.
Yeah.
Because
Pitching.
I'm not trying to win an NL East, right?
Right.
Like, I'm trying to win a World Series.
It's go time.
So if I'm going to try to win a World Series and I'm going out and spending this, then I need to also go spend
Yo.
money on Dallas,
Yeah.
Keuchel,
I will not-
and I need to go get Kimbrel as well, like you said.
I
Pete.
will not front on you. I'm telling you, out of all the sports, when it comes to playoff time,
Right.
there's no more stress on my heart
Playoff baseball.
than baseball.
Yep, I agree with that.
It is so excruciating to watch.
We
Because
haven't had it in a long time.
Every pitch you hanging on.
We haven't had it in a long time.
No, I'm not even talking about this.
You talking about this in general?
Just in
Oh, wow.
general. Playoff baseball is so intense because
Yes.
you're not looking at blowouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very rare where you get just blowouts. But
And that's where the pitching comes in.
3-2 games.
Yeah.
You get the strategic 3-2 count.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, we have one of the best setup men in baseball. So go get the
Dave
closer.
Robertson, yeah.
So go get the closer and then say, you know what? 7, 8, 9 with Sir Anthony, a combination of some other guys,
Mm-hmm.
Robertson and Kimbrel. It's game over.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now, if you don't even go sign Dallas Keuchel, you're fine.
still right. You're still
because
good.
because you're saying to your starters, I just need 6.
Right.
I just
and,
need 6.
And that fixes the problem that you have with the relief and all the
Yep.
lineup going forward.
Yeah.
So that really helps big time.
I just think with Harper, if you give me a combination of, say, Hernandez leading off, Kingery second, Reese third, Harper fourth, Segura mixed in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And you got Nick Williams, and then you got I'm forgetting about JT.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
They got some pieces, man. They make some good moves, man. I have to.
And
hats off to the whole
and
team.
hats off
Phillies
to,
team.
Up to this point, Clintac has turned me around on what he's done because he kind of played that stalemate. He didn't just give in right away.
Mm-hmm.
And when he pulled off the JT trade, for not even really giving up a lot,
Nah.
I can say I like Sixto.
Bag of donuts. Yeah.
Sorry, I like Jorge more
I
than I
lo-
like 6.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Jorge.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that was
Jorge.
more Harper
Yeah.
to me than Sixto was.
Yeah.
I'll trade you a guy who
Now-
I know for a
Yeah, but
fact
if
from
you-
reports,
Yeah.
Right.
people I know that didn't work hard. So I knew that going into that deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Whatever.
But
if
if you're getting the best catcher in the league, bar none, then you just do it.
yeah,
You know
or
what I mean?
even a top 3 guy,
Or top
wherever
3
you
guy,
want to put
exactly.
him. Yeah, I mean. He's
just-
right
you
there.
just do it.
Now
Right.
he brings some legitimacy to your lineup.
Yeah. Right.
Obviously Hoskins does, Segura does,
Right.
but and McCutchen brings a vet there.
He's
But
formidable.
but Harper gives you that extra pop. But to me, again, it would have been more scary with Machado.
Yeah.
But that's fine. But listen, they said it themselves, Pete. So Aaron, they didn't have a choice here because you told us 3 years ago, 2019 was your year. You were going to compete. You said
That's
stupid
what they
money,
said.
so you couldn't come out of this
That's what they
without
said.
one of them too.
That's what they
so,
said.
I think deep down they wanted Machado more.
And,
Right.
and one of the
But
things is,
they're set-
and
they're
one of the
gonna
things
set up
is,
Harper.
and one thing's about the Philly fan base, if you tell us something, you better do it.
So
If you don't do it, it's
So
gonna be a problem.
question for you: if it comes on down to it, right? If they wanted Machado more, but yet they're going to spend more money on a player that collectively they didn't want. Why didn't they just go?
No, I think they still wanted him, but I think they had a number for Machado that they wouldn't go over, and I think what's happening now is that number they had for Harper might have been the same, like $300 million around there.
Right.
All right, but I think what happened with San Diego is it was a nicer place for him to play, blah, 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 blah. But what happened with Harper now is that, oh, shit, we got to get one of them.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
now we might have to pay more for him because that's Boris's game.
So-
But fine, because, again, if we're going to spend $300, why can't we spend $340?
So you can't I cannot believe that Lozano and Machado's camp didn't come back to the Phillies, didn't come back to the other teams that were interested and said San Diego's offering $10.30.
From what I understand, they did. From what I understand, they came.
Yes.
He actually came back to the Phillies, and he came back to the Yankees, and he presented them and said, "Look, this is what San Diego's offering. What are we going to do from here?
So
how do we look from there?" And
at that
Philly
point,
said,
right.
Philly said, and the Yankees said, "No, we're going to move
But
forward."
at that point,
Right.
for the Phillies, I can't speak for the Yankees.
Right.
Because you had Andy McPhail and Matt Klentak, who were in Baltimore system. I know in my heart of hearts that they
Right.
wanted Machado more than Harper.
Right. They did.
But they don't make the decision who signed the checks. Who just touched down in Vegas?
Middleton.
The owner. So
Middleton.
this is where I'm saying
It's his guy.
It's
his
big,
guy.
Right.
That's what I'm
So
saying. It's his
so
guy,
that's
man.
So just to look at it from that aspect to say, okay,
Right.
well, the people who make the decisions about baseball, who scout, know Machado was the better fit.
Right.
But they were told by the ownership they can't go over a certain number.
Right.
So
Listen, man, the bottom line is at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. It's star power. It's the guy they wanted. It's the guy they needed for the franchise. He's
Right.
going to be the face of the franchise for the next, 7 to 10 years, whatever it may be.
Right.
This is the guy they wanted. As you said, he touched down in Vegas. This is it. We're going there, and this is what we're going to
right.
do.
So before we get out of here, we all know about Spygate. We all know about Deflategate. But today,
Is it that time? Is it that time?
we got Washy Gate.
Me washy.
We
Me
got-
washy you.
We got Happy Ending Gate. Robert Kraft.
Happy ending.
I love what you stand for and what
Yes.
you're doing for prison reform.
Is he getting it today?
But no, he's not getting it.
Oh, we just saying in general.
We just saying
okay.
in general.
All
Yeah.
right.
So Robert Kraft got arrested
Yes, sir.
for soliciting and prostitution. Was arrested with 25 people in the
Whew.
sting. Now, Aaron has been doing some research on this story where there's more details to follow. But up to this minute, we don't know if he was a participant as far as he was a customer or
Oh, he was a customer.
or if he was more involved.
Oh, no, he was definitely
Go
a
ahead,
customer.
let the family know.
From what they're saying, via TMZ and some of the other outlets, he was actually a customer. He actually paid for sexual favors, if you will, and it has been going on for a while. From what I understand, this is per Adam Schefter, there's other big names that's involved in this.
Okay.
It's not just him. Now, we don't know if he was one of the
So the
the
bigger
big
the
guns.
names, the more it's
we
gonna
don't
get
know.
hushed.
Hold on. We don't know if he's one of the guys that actually got everything together. We don't know that. But these are, from what I understand, these are women that are from other countries, Asian descent, that are actually brought over here as far as like a sex slave.
Are you talking about
sex slave
Are
trade
they trying to say
situation?
this is on the verge of human trafficking?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sex slave, or I say slow, sex
Ooh.
slave trade, human trafficking. So this is really the FBI investigated for 8 months. This was a sting. They have video cameras, tapes, everything. I don't know how they got tipped. I don't know how they got tipped off for the happy. Did he just say hell yeah? Did he say hell yeah?
Yeah, I'm laughing at Bill.
Bill.
Bill Bitterbrook said.
So the bottom line is, and fast forward. Now this is coming out. He has a warrant for his arrest. He's going to get arrested as soon as we know. He's going to get arraigned. Where does that leave the NFL? Now the NFL had a concussion thing, had the Kaepernick thing. They just settled with Kaepernick.
Right.
Where did they go with one of their most prestigious owners, top 3, if you want to say top 5?
Tied, won 6 Super
If you
Bowls
wanna
in a
say
span of
that,
15 years.
Yeah. So
20 years,
where do we go from here? Now we do know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit different with the situation with Richardson from the Panthers, and they made him sell the team. Do we know, Pete, if this is going to happen with Kraft? I know the NFL is going to wait a little bit to find out the details to see, do the investigation as well. But could this be the end of the era, the Kraft era? That's the question to the people out there.
Well, I mean, with Jerry Richardson, there was a Me Too movement that kind of was ongoing. This
Right.
is
It's a little different, right?
This is something completely different.
But
Go ahead.
But Pete, what's the main thing that they stand for? The NFL. Don't what? Don't mess with the shield.
Yeah, you don't mess. You can't.
Anytime you mess with the shield,
can't make
I
the
don't
shield.
care if you are freaking Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're going.
Nobody's bigger than the Shield.
Exactly.
So, but they don't have to make him sell the team. they could just remove him from power.
Listen. If this thing is this thing's heavy, man.
So my thing is this.
We're talking about sex slave trade, man. Human trafficking, bro.
This thing is big on its own, but this is my thing.
This is big, bro.
And family, you may laugh at me. You may not think it too correlate, but listen, man.
Okay.
We all know the glove don't fit. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Right? OJ got away with the crime of the century.
Oh, he's an idiot.
But listen, the public said the next time your ass do something stupid, we throwing the book at you.
That's what
Robert
it said.
Kraft, this is his third strike, bruh. Spygate, Deflategate, and now those other 30
Happy ending gate.
those right.
Hashtag happy ending
Other
gate.
31 owners have been watching this dude, and the biggest thing, he's been successful. He's been successful. The 31 other owners is like, man, now we may actually have a chance to take this dude down. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't do it at Spygate. He didn't really get punished there. They destroyed the taste, cost the Eagles a Super Bowl. Deflategate, you all seen what happened with that. That kind of went under the rug. Tom Brady missed 4 games.
Right.
They really put it more on Brady than they did the ownership
Right.
and
He
the organization.
took the blame, the brunt of it, yeah.
And now this, where he's left alone on that island by himself, that he was a single person arrested.
And the thing is, it's disgraceful. The whole situation is disgraceful because it happened. But the fact that he just won a championship, his 6th championship. Yo, listen, I want you guys to think about it. This is a black eye for the NFL.
Yes.
Let's take out the concussion right now, even though that's big. Let's take out the Kaepernick thing. Right now, at this point, one of the greatest leagues in the world is taking a black eye.
Yeah.
Right now, their team, their world champions, their owner,
That's true.
one of the most prestigious owners in the league, he's up there. When you think of the NFL, you think Rooney, you think Jerry Jones, you think Kraft.
Yep.
It's
Right?
just funny to me because
And here we are right now.
Yep, and you're not wrong.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what's funny though is that you were talking about, is this the end of the Pats era?
Kraft balls deflate gate.
Let me tell you something. This is the worst thing that could happen if you wanted the Patriots to come to an end.
Yeah.
Because every time they have any type of a gate with them, right? Anytime there's a hashtag with a gate at the end, they come back ruthless.
Yes, they
so
do.
I mean, Brady sees the memes about him. You know,
Oh my God, they're killing him.
Like the girl. He's
my
the prostitute.
Yes, did you see that?
Right, so I mean,
Oh my gosh. Then they said something about Kraft paid for a prostitute. They had a referee. Did you see that one? Oh
So,
gosh.
But see, Tom and TA makes a great point.
Yeah, he
because
does.
At the end of the day, what happens on that field is left to one man, and that's the hoodie.
Yeah.
To me, the hoodie's down there on there with Yoda status.
But that might be a blessing in disguise for the hoodie, to some degree, because the hoodie might have more control now.
That's true.
The situation that happened with what's the quarterback, my man,
Jimmy G?
Garoppolo, he was pissed.
Yeah.
Who made that decision?
Kraft.
Okay.
So no, I'm not. But this.
No. So what I'm saying is, this
Right.
might be a blessing in disguise.
Right.
I mean, the whole situation is horrible, of
Right.
course.
Yeah.
But for the hoodie,
Like to my thing,
he may get ownership.
My thing is
partial ownership of the
with
team.
Kraft, it's like, yo, why you could have got on your jet, dog, and went to Vegas.
Pete,
you and John Middleton
Pete,
could have flew to Vegas
Pete.
together
for free.
and got all the cheeks in the world, smoked down the strip.
Dog, listen.
Do whatever you
I
want.
said it to my people. I was talking to my people. I said, and let's not for nothing. We're family, right? We're all family. Let's keep it real. When you got money like that, you can fly. You can fly somebody. You can fly a side piece or a hoe, whatever the case may be, right over to you, and privately be there, discreetly be there. No one's gonna know. It was you and her. Your peoples might know, your bodyguard, whatever it may be, and you can fly them and do your thing, and then you fly her home. That's it.
See, this is my thing.
But listen, here's the thing, guys. He was at a strip mall. This happened at a strip mall.
It was a massage
$1
parlor.
billion, and that's the thing. When I was researching,
He
I
probably
said,
could have brought the strip mall.
when I saw it, I said, yo, that's deep. $1 billion man going to a strip mall
So
doing
you know,
his thing.
So you know what that tells me right there?
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy was a long-time customer.
Yes.
For him,
That's what I'm saying.
for him to be on that stature of a person and to feel comfortable in that setting, you know that couldn't have been his first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as more details come out, it sounds so cliche-ish, but our civilization started with a fight over females, and it still breaks men down now.
Yeah.
Spygate couldn't do it. Deflategate couldn't do it. This may do it.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing that, man. I think right now, like I said, the NFL is going to piece together. They're going to do the investigation.
Right.
They're going to wait a little bit. You probably won't hear nothing for a little bit right now. The best thing for the NFL is the combine.
Right.
The best thing also is the free agency because that'll take off that luster of what's going on.
But you said something I didn't think about.
What's that?
That this is their champion.
Yeah.
This is their champion.
Yeah.
This is
6. Let's not just
this is their sixth
let's not just say right now.
Right.
Yeah, this is yes,
So-
they won, but 6.
So, and this is who's one of Robert Kraft's best friends?
45.
45.
Now that might be a help to him.
Of
Because if
course.
anybody knows how to get out of stuff and to dodge a bullet
That makes it-
and to sweep stuff under the rug and just we'll never hear about again, it's 45.
That bitch will call it.
Orange is the new press.
He'll call me to Congress. And this is a national emergency. I need Robert Kraft's record expunged right now. But so that leads me into the YGTG segment because the Patriots won 6 Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
The Steelers have also won
Like
6
the segue.
Super Bowls.
Okay.
So teams with 6 Super Bowls, this has not been a good week. But more importantly, we talked about it earlier in the show when we came in hot with AB, and we talked about Mike Tomlin.
Yes, sir.
Mike Tomlin can only do so much. When you got a GM named Kevin Colbert, we talked about none of the players came to Big Ben's aid. Kevin Colbert, the GM of the Steelers, came to Big Ben's aid and said pretty much, he said a lot of dumb shit. I mean, just the shit that where you Mike Tomlin, I'll be like, bro, just step down. Because this is my thing. The biggest thing that Colbert said in his statement was the fact that Ben has to deal with a lot. He's the only one left from the Super Bowl team. And he has 52 kids.
What you mean? Oh, the players. Okay. Got you.
52 kids on the team.
I got you.
You calling grown-ass men kids. And you expect Tomlin to go out there and lead that.
So with that being said.
That showed me a lot. Not to cut
Right.
you off. That showed
Right.
me a lot into what kind of environment. Because how you see that if Ben is getting coddled like that,
Right.
if you in your own household, if you had a brother, you had a sister who was getting all the attention, who could do no wrong, what you gonna do?
You gonna feel some type of way. You
gonna
act out.
Right.
So with that being said, and I said it earlier, when does Art Rooney step in? When does he say?
He should step in right now.
Right. When does he say, this is my organization, this is my team, and this is how it's going to be? And if guys aren't going to fall in line, whether it be Colbert, whether it be Big Ben, and yes, Big Ben is going to be he's going to be in the Wall of Fame, Pittsburgh, blah, 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 Hall of Fame, the whole 9 yards. But we don't want to run an organization like this. This is not Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Yeah.
This is not who we are. Everything that's going on. Yo, I would have never imagined in all my years of watching football,
Right.
and all my years of dealing with
Never
football
thought
and
the Steelers would
watching.
be in this position.
Never, man. Never. And to see where it's at right now is crazy.
And it shows a lot about what's been going on there behind closed doors and how long they try to keep this under wraps. But it's all coming to a head now.
Yeah.
Because you talk about the Steelers from the 70s, the Steelers from the 90s.
Yeah.
The Steelers that won the Super Bowl in 2000 and 2004, 2005.
Right.
And then they had the great game against Arizona. Tomlin's rookie, his young
Rookie
into his
year,
coaching,
right, yeah,
young
right.
into his coaching career.
Right.
To see them now,
Right.
it seems like we all thought that Carson was a diva. We all thought Brady was a diva, which they probably are.
Right.
But to me, right now, there's no
Big Ben.
there's no bigger
Yeah.
diva in the league than Big Ben.
I totally agree. I mean, and the fact that he's consistently throwing guys on the bus. And
Yes.
From a seasoned quarterback. You never would have thought of guys like Manning.
Yeah.
Elway, all those guys, all those legends that actually played, were pillars of the league, actually throwing guys
Right.
on a show every week.
So what
right
this,
on the bus.
So what this shows me is the fact that I'm kind of with AB in this now.
Okay.
Cause
On this stance.
Because you see what he was dealing with. And he said it straight up. He said Ben has a slave owner's mentality.
He did say
and
that.
you can't speak up because it'll mess your check up.
Right. Right.
And you seen this right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You come at Ben.
Right.
No players respond,
Right.
but the GM respond.
Right.
And then the GM also kicks the other players on the team who haven't been sitting here, who been giving they blood, sweat, and tears,
Right.
and they
Throws them right on
commitment
the bus.
faithfully,
Yeah.
and throws them right on the bus.
Yeah.
Your Marquise Pounceys,
Yep.
your Cam Haywards, your TJ Watts,
Yeah. That's your core right
your
now.
Bud Dupree's.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
fuck. Ryan
Right.
Shazier's still coming back.
Still,
Can barely
man.
even walk.
He's trying. But listen, we'll see what happens. Let me get to mine real quick. Where do I start? Mine is more of a celebrity / basketball players. Tristan Thompson, my friend, step up to the front. I don't know what to say about you right now. And yes, you are with the Kardashian, and that says a lot. However, the fact that she, as we all know, Khloe Kardashian was dating Tristan Thompson.
Had a baby by that man.
Had a baby, the whole 9 yards until this week. She broke it off. Tristan was doing this thing again. Now, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, Tristan Thompson, who's right now is thinking of joining up as far as with his play. My thing is this, bro. If you're going to do your thing, you got to be discreet. Now, the reports say he was at a party, a house party with his friends.
It was an All-Star weekend?
All-Star weekend.
Oh,
he was
Lord.
with Jordan Woods, who, by the way, didn't know this. She's a model, 21 years old, young Thundercat. She's actually related to Will Smith. Didn't know that. And they were actually pictured there, and she's actually the best friend of Kylie Jenner, who's Khloe's sister. They was together, hugged up, together, chilling, boo-wop, kissing the whole 9 yards.
Half-sister.
At the party, half-sister. But the bottom line is, bro, if you're going to do it in private. Now, this is not our first rodeo. I mean, as we know, he did his thing in Washington 2 years ago. We was caught with 2 girls making out a club. He did his thing again. He was spotted in New York during one of the games with one of the young Thundercats, young side chicks, coming out of a hotel. So the bottom line is, at the end of the day, bro, you got to go because you're doing too much. And this is not your first rodeo. You cheated on your baby mama to get with Khloe. You got to reevaluate things, brother.
Listen, man.
You got to go, man. Just doing too much.
Just be with your significant others and be happy. I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Who's this?
Because of the fact of, I'm not even going to tell you why I'm saying that.
Who said that?
But just be with your significant others. Love each other. Brycey, sign the fucking contract.
You stop calling that grown man Brycey.
You swing a bat. You get to play a game. You've been playing since you can hit a ball off a tee, and you about to get paid $300 million some odd dollars.
If the big man, smoking man, I call him smoking man because he got with the cigarettes.
Yeah.
If smoking man's out there in Vegas, it's a done deal.
It's getting close.
All right?
Shit.
We're getting it done. Next 24
real.
to 48 hours, he's going to be in pinstripes.
But see, what I hate what happens in this case is we take away the pure innocence of the game.
We passed that point, bro. And I agree with you saying, but we're past that point. We're not there no more, bro. Listen, all that stuff will go away when number 34 is in uniform on opening day and he hits a home run. All the love will come, and then we'll go from there.
But at the same time, Bryce just fucking signed a contract.
Would you stop? I can't. Now you got the family calling him Brycey now.
Damn right.
They call this man Brycey
because he acting like a Brycey. He ain't acting like a Bryce. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, it's crazy, man.
But listen, man, everybody out there, be safe.
Yes, sir.
Love each other. Support A2D.
Yes, sir.
Businesses, holla at us. Holla at our boy Rob Lutman, our marketing director, and TA. Anybody. Get at any one of us. Because the media kits is out. We taking new things. We doing new deals.
We taking over. That's a song.
We reaching new heights, man.
Holla at y'all.
Namaste.
Let us out.